Okay, welcome to lesson 9. This is going to be 208 part 1. Just like 207, we break 208 into two parts. All right, so we're doing part 1 now, and in 2 weeks we will do part 2 of arrest. This is all stuff that you guys and girls deal with on a daily basis. Again, if you use your handcuffs, which you're supposed to. All right, so it should all be good information and a refresher. A lot. Here is your reminder, physical fitness points. Get that half a point in. A lot of people have taken advantage of it. If you didn't, start running your ass off now. 1.5 miles you got to do first. 14 minutes, 21 seconds. Once you do that, you can schedule the second part, all right? You got to get the run down first. Get that half a point in for 2025, and then 2026, get the other half a point, and you got 1 point in the bank. 20805, general search guidelines. 3 types of searches you're going to conduct. Frisk, field search, out in the street when you have a collar. Police facility search, you're back at the house in front of the desk. And then the third, possibly a strip search. All right, search number 1, frisk, field search. It's immediately after apprehension. It's a frisk and or search before or after cuffing. Before or after cuffing. It's a methodical external body examination made by sliding your hands over the body, feeling for weapons, objects with special attention to the waistband, armpit, collar, groin areas. Unusual objects will be removed by the searching officer, and gender does not matter for a field search. So don't let them fool you. You have 2 females, you're locking up a male. Let's call a sector over that has a male cop working. No, gender does not matter. Next search, police facility search. Search of the person and clothing. Now, gender matters. Same gender as defendant. Removal of outer garments are permitted, including wigs, ties, shoes, socks, wallets, handbags. Something fairly new. How do we deal with a mobility disabled prisoner? Search of a prisoner who has a mobility disability requiring a wheelchair or scooter. Rear cuff them in the seat. Frisk the lower body by sliding your hands up each leg and under the buttocks, palms up. Search of the device. Slide your hands, palms down under the butt and over accessible areas. Be careful. We have it underlined, bold, and capitalized for a reason. One is palms up, one is palms down. Then you transport this arrestee to an ADA-compliant precinct, which is Americans with Disabilities Act. Search at the arrest processing facility. If the prisoner uses a wheelchair or a limb or a crutch, ask the prisoner if it's safe to remove the device. If yes, ask for consent to remove. If the device was removed with consent, search the device, including all attachments and compartments. Searching the prisoner now. Identify an appropriate seating area to move the arrestee to conduct a thorough search. If the prisoner consented to the search but is unable to lift themselves out of or remove the device, call EMS to assess. EMS will assist with the search or remove the arrestee to a hospital as necessary. You may use a handheld metal detector to assist with the search. When the search is complete, return device as long as it's safe to do so. Not safe to return device, now you follow 21008 holding pen procedure. And the prisoner should be lodged in an ADA compliant cell. If this mobility disability arrestee refuses to be searched, contact who? Easy ground ball test question, legal bureau, don't call the ADA. Third type of search, not always done. Strip search. What is a strip search? Any search where undergarments like the bra, underwear, and or private areas are exposed, or clothing is removed, lifted up, or pulled down to expose undergarments or private areas. Authority for a strip search, the AO, must describe the factual basis for the request to the below supervisor. Immediate supervisor of the AO or the borough court section supervisor will approve. So if you're in a command, the immediate supervisor. If you're downtown and central booking, borough court section supervisor. They will review circumstances and approve or disapprove. Strip searches are not routine. They're responsible for ensuring the strip search is conducted properly. When will you not strip search? No strip search will be conducted if we're going to avoid the arrest or release them on a summons. What about DATs? Yes, you can strip search a prisoner who will get a DAT if factual basis exists. Once strip searched, no subsequent search unless reasonable belief the subject has acquired weapons or contraband. Next line is where they went on a prior exam. If there's a disagreement regarding the basis for a strip search between the desk officer and the AO supervisor from the outside command regarding necessity of the strip search, basically, who calls the captain? Desk officer, because you're the one that is saying, no, I don't want this search done. The AO supervisor is saying, I want a strip search done. Desk officer doesn't agree with it. So guess what? Desk officer, you don't agree with it? You will be the one to bother the duty captain, right? You will notify precinct PSA, transit district CO, or duty captain who will make final decision. Justification for a strip search. AO must articulate reasonable suspicion that the defendant may be concealing weapons, evidence, or contraband in such a manner that previous search methods did not discover, and the reasonable suspicion beyond the probable cause for the arrest. Other factors to consider for a strip search: nature of the crime, arrest circumstances, subject's rep, acts of violence, unaccounted hits on magnetometers, metal detectors, and discoveries or info from previous searches of the perp or others arrested with him or her. How do we conduct a strip search? It will be in a secure area, in the utmost privacy, with limited number of MOS present. It should not be necessary to touch the body, but you may touch their hair. Under no circumstances or conditions shall a body cavity search be conducted by any MOS. Objects visually detected in a body cavity. Now, this was on a prior exam. When we hear body cavity in strip search, we automatically think of the butthole. But on a prior exam, they had a perp secreting, I don't know if it was a razor blade, in the belly button. That's considered body cavity search, all right? So objects visually detected in a body cavity, immediately notify the desk officer. Object will not be removed without a search warrant. Once the search warrant is obtained, you must seek assistance of medical professionals in order to remove it. How do you document strip search? Command log. Authorizing supervisor, rank, name, and command who authorized the search goes into command log, and the searching officer's rank, name, and command. Name of prisoner. Basis for the strip search and results of the search, including negative results, go in the command log entry. If the gender is not apparent or arrestee objects to the gender of the uniform member searching, what happens? Desk officer or supervisor supervising the search. You will assign a uniform member of the gender requested consistent with the cop's safety and availability. If gender of officer assigned differ from that requested by the arrestee, make a detailed command log entry. Only uniform members reasonably necessary to conduct the search should be present. Under no circumstances shall UMOS conduct searches for purpose of determining gender, nor ask questions about the arrestee's anatomy without a reasonable basis for asking. Next place it gets documented, OBS narrative section. Ensure the command and command log page number of the entry is documented in the narrative section of the OLBS, and this is done by the supervisor authorizing the search. Desk officer, you will direct the AO to prepare digital activity log entry with info from the command log entry. Look what it says. Desk officer directs the AO. Remember, the AO may not be the same person who is conducting the search. And then the last piece of paper, desk officer, you will enter in the detention alert section of the prisoner movement slip the words strip searched, command where strip search was conducted, and command log page number. 208-35 and 208-34 both deal with bribery. We're going to go with 208-35 first. It's a small procedure, okay? This is the process. This is called attempted bribery. This is the process of the AO getting wired up. Most likely, this is not the procedure they're going to, but it's very short. So 208-35, attempted bribery. AO, notify desk officer supervisor ASAP. If not possible, call IB direct. Enter facts in your digital activity log. Desk officer supervisor, notify IB. Be guided by IB regarding action to be taken and technical assistance. And also notify borough investigations and request assistance. That's all there is to 208-35. 3 steps. If they go there, that's an easy point in your pocket. 208-34, bribery arrest. This is the bribery procedure they most likely would go at test day if they want to ask a question regarding bribery. AO, affect the arrest, notify desk officer or supervisor. Desk officer, supervisor, notify. Look how it starts now. If, this is a big if, it's not an automatic notification. If legality of charges are in doubt or immediate legal assistance is required, notify the legal bureau. If legal is closed, call operations to arrange a consult with department attorney. That's a big if, all right? Desk officer, you will notify IB, get a log number. IB instructs to call borough investigations for technical assistance. Then you will notify the platoon commander. Who are they? They hardly appear. That's why you want to be a lieutenant one day. If platoon commander is unavailable, the desk officer will notify the CO duty captain. AO, prior to pre-arraignment, confer with immediate supervisor and or ICO concerned. So now the AO and the supervisor or ICO consult with the ADA to ensure bribery-related charge is in the complaint. When the affidavit is complete, AO will notify the desk officer or supervisor of complaint drawn up by the ADA, ADA's name and charge. AO will maintain a record of all court appearances, including the 4 Ds. Date, docket number, DA's name, disposition. Report info to the CO after each court appearance, and the CO is responsible for follow-up and final reports. So think about that. It never happens in reality. AO has to report info to the CO every time they go to court for this bribery collar. You break the chain of command, go right to your CO. Doesn't happen in reality. If the DA refuses to charge bribery in a complaint, AO, notify CO duty captain. Again, you're breaking a chain of command. So after each court appearance, go to the CO. They refuse to charge bribery, go to the CO. If bribery was the only charge and DA refuses to prosecute, obtain, sign, decline prosecution, and deliver the DP to your CO. You go into the CO again. Make a complete digital activity log entry. Secure release of prisoner once you get the DP from the ADA. If the perp has already been taken down to the courthouse, notify the court section supervisor. And last up, notify IB Command Center of results. Those last 2 notifications, notifying IB and notifying the borough court section supervisor, don't sound like it should be done by the AO, but they are. And remember, preparation is the key.